The shining palace of Vexilia stood tall under two bright moons. Its walls were clear like glass. Inside, Princess Yun looked out at the busy city below. She sat alone, as she always did. Yun was different from all other Vexilians. They could hear each other's thoughts through a special mental link. This network connected everyone on the planet, everyone except Yun. She was born into the royal family of the most advanced alien race in the galaxy, but instead of being loved, she was seen as a failure. The parts of her brain that should let her join the mental network never grew right. The best doctors said they could not fix her. Yun watched the city lights twinkle. She tried to imagine what it felt like to be connected to millions of minds at once. She would never know. "Your Highness," a voice said from behind her. It was Ko, her helper, bowing low at the door. "The council has finished their meeting about you." Ern saw the sad look in his eyes. She did not need mind powers to know what was coming. "They have decided, then?" she asked quietly. "Yes, Your Highness. Next week, on your 150th birthday, you will be taken off the royal list. We'll send you to work at the far space station." Yun nodded slowly. This was not a surprise, it was exile, though no one would call it that. All her life, the royal family had kept her hidden away, a princess who could not connect to her peoples. Mines was worse than useless to them. "The Emperor, your father, thinks this job will be good for someone with your special situation," Ko said, trying to be kind about her problem. "You mean he wants me far away where no one can see me?" Yun said. Her voice was calm, but her heart hurt. "Fine. I will get ready to leave." Ko bowed again and left. Yun turned, back to the window. Below, she watched her people move together in perfect order. When one turned, others turned too. When one stopped, others stopped too. Their shared mind link made them move like dancers in a perfect show. Yun had always watched her own people from the outside. She was born a Vexilian, but never truly one of them. The royal family had tried everything to fix her. Special machines, rare medicines, even risky brain treatments. Nothing worked. Her mind stayed silent, closed off from the network that joined all other Vexilians. As a child, Yun had cried and begged to be normal. She had hit her head against walls, hoping to wake up whatever part of her was sleeping. Her father, the Emperor, could not bear to look at her. Her mother had died when Yun was small. No one else in the palace showed her real kindness. Only the old teacher Jun had treated her like a person. "Your different mind is not wrong," Jun had told her once. "It is just different. Maybe someday you will find its purpose." But Jun was gone now, and Yun was being sent away. The next day, Yun walked through the palace gardens. It might be her last chance to see them. The royal guards watched her from a distance, making sure she did not go where others might see her. The flowers here came from 100 worlds. Some changed color when touched. Others sang soft songs in the wind. Yun touched a blue bloom that turned yellow under her fingers. "Different, like me," she whispered, "but they let you stay in the garden." That night, Yun packed her few belongings. The royal family had given her fine clothes and jewels, but no love. She left most of the jewels behind. What use were they at a far space station? She kept only a small picture of her mother and a strange rock Jun had given her. "From Earth," Jun had said. "The humans there are all different from each other. None of them share minds, yet they built great things." Jun held the rock and wondered about Earth. A place where being different was normal. It seemed impossible. As she looked out at the night sky, Yun felt both sad and hopeful. Here, she was broken. Out there, among the stars, maybe she could find a place where different wasn't wrong. Maybe somewhere in the huge galaxy, there was a place for a princess with a silent mind. The big space station shined like a jewel against the black sky. Dr. Mina Kim walked carefully off her ship. The gravity here was different from Earth, and she moved slowly to keep her balance. Mina was the new human diplomat to the Vexilian Empire. Her job was very important. Earth needed good relations with the Vexilians, who were the most powerful aliens in this part of space. "Welcome to Outpost Celestia, Dr. Kim," said a tall, silver-skinned alien. "I am Director Sung. We are happy to have Earth's diplomat here." Mina noticed how the director's large, blank eyes kept moving away from her. As he talked, She knew he was speaking to her with words while also talking to other Vexillians with his mind. "Thank you for your welcome," Mina said. She made the special hand sign she had learned. "I hope our worlds can become closer friends." The first week was busy and strange. Mina went to many meetings. The silver aliens were always polite, but they felt distant. They would talk out loud for her, but Mina could tell they were having the real conversations in their shared mind network. Often they would all suddenly nod or smile about something no one had said. Mina felt very alone. It was like being at a party where everyone was listening to music through headphones that she couldn't hear. During one boring meeting, Mina noticed something odd. A female Vexillian sat away from the others. Unlike the rest who moved together, like dancers, this one moved in her own way. Her silver skin was a bit darker, and her eyes did something different too. She looked directly at whoever was speaking instead of letting her eyes wander like the others. When the meeting ended, Mina walked over to her. "Hello, I'm Dr. Mina Kim from Earth," she said. "I know who you are," said the Vexillian with a small smile. "Everyone knows. I am Yoon." "Just Yoon?" Mina asked. The alien's face grew sad for a moment. "Princess Yoon of the Royal House of Vexilia, if we're being formal, though my title doesn't mean much now." Mina was surprised. No one had told her about a princess. "I'm sorry, Your Highness, I didn't know." "No one tells anyone about me," Yoon cut in. "I'm not mentioned in the normal reports." She looked at Mina with interest. "You're the first diplomat who has spoken to me directly. Most avoid the broken princess." "Broken?" Mina couldn't hide her surprise. "I can't connect to the mind network," Yoon said, touching her head. "It's a brain problem. My people think I'm less than a real Vexillian because of it." Mina understood. "Now, so that's why you watch the speakers instead of letting my mind wander while talking with thoughts?" "Yes." Yoon smiled more truly now. "I have to listen the old way, like you humans do." Something about Yoon's open way of talking made Mina like her. Over the next few weeks they began to meet often. Mina learned that Yoon had an amazing mind. She could see patterns and solve problems better than the other Vexillians. "It's because my brain grew differently," Yoon explained, as they walked among pretty plants in the station garden. "While others use the group mind to think, I had to learn. To do it all by myself. That's not a problem," Mina said. "It's just a different kind of smart." Yoon stopped by a blue flower from Earth. "No one has ever thought of it that way before." "Then they haven't been looking right," Mina said. She felt a strong need to protect this princess who had been sent away by her own people. They spent many days together after that. Yoon showed Mina hidden parts of the station. Mina taught Yoon about Earth cultures. They found they were both outsiders here. Mina because she was human, and Yoon because she was different from other Vexillians. "Do you miss your home?" Mina asked one day, as they watched stars through a big window. "The palace was never home," Yoon said. "Just a pretty cage where they kept the family shame hidden." "That's awful," Mina said. "It was all I knew," Yoon shrugged, "until they sent me here. At least here I can be useful sometimes, translating Vexillian ideas for non-telepathic species." Mina realized Yoon had a special gift. While other Vexillians struggled to explain their thoughts to humans, Yoon knew how to bridge both worlds. She lived in the space between. "You know," Mina said slowly, "on Earth being different is often valued. We have a saying, thinking outside the box. It means seeing things in new ways that others miss." "Outside the box?" Yoon tested the strange phrase. "I like that. I've always been outside the Vexillian box." They laughed together, the human diplomat and the alien princess, two outsiders finding friendship in the vastness of space. Neither knew yet how important their friendship would become, or how the princess that no one wanted would soon be the one everyone needed. Strange things began to happen on the space station. Vexillians would stop talking in the middle of a sentence. Their eyes would blink fast like they were confused. They bumped into things and made small mistakes. This was not normal for these aliens who always moved perfectly together because of their shared mind link. "I think something is wrong with the network," Yoon said to Mina one night. They were looking at reports from across the Empire. Even though Yoon could not connect to the mind network, she had studied how it worked for many years. 3 days later, Director Sung called everyone to a big meeting. His silver face looked worried, which was unusual for the always calm alien. "We have found a sickness that is attacking the brain paths that let us share thoughts," he told everyone. "It started in the far planets, but has now spread to 17 important worlds." As soon as he said this, all the Vexillians in the room went quiet. Their eyes looked empty as they joined a big mind talk with others across the Empire. Mina and Deus could only watch, both left out of this important meeting. When the Vexillians came back to normal, Director Sung turned to Yun. "Princess, the doctors on Vexilia want you to come home right away." "Me?" Yun was very surprised. Her family had sent her away. "Why would they want her back now because of your brain?" Sung explained. "They think your special condition might help them understand this sickness. It seems to attack exactly the parts that you don't have." That night, Yun packed her things to go back to her home planet. She was nervous and quiet. Mina came to her room without knocking. "I'm going with you," Mina said firmly. Yun looked up from her bag. "You can't. No human has ever been allowed on Vexilia." "I'm not asking if I can," Mina said. "I'm a brain expert. I can help. And," she added more softly, "I won't let you face your family alone after how they treated you." The trip to Vexilia took 3 days in a fast ship. As they got close to the shiny planet, Yun got quieter and quieter. "They won't treat me like someone coming to help," she told Mina as they looked at the planet through the window. "They'll treat me like a thing to study, and they will barely accept you being there." Mina held Yun's hand and squeezed it. "Then we'll show them they're wrong about both of us." When they arrived at the big medical building, it was just as bad as Kyun had said it would be. The Vexillian doctors did many tests on Yun's brain. They talked about her like she wasn't there. They asked questions about her to other doctors instead of asking her directly. They treated Mina like she was an interesting but simple animal. They only let her stay because she was Earth's diplomat. Otherwise, they would have sent her away. "The sickness is spreading faster," one doctor said, as new information came in. "In 14 days, the whole network could break down." "What happens then?" Mina asked. The doctor looked surprised that she had spoken. Then he answered, "Our whole way of life ends. Without the network, we cannot work together. Our government fails. We stop being Vexillians as we know ourselves." That night, Mina looked carefully at the test results the doctors had reluctantly shared. She saw something important in the brain pictures. "Yun, look at this," she said, pointing to the screen. "The sickness isn't just attacking the telepathy. Centers in the brain, it's changing them. Making new paths," Yun said, leaning closer to see, "like the ones in my brain." Their eyes met as they both realized the same thing at once. "Your brain isn't broken," Mina said excitedly. "It's protected." Yun stared at the screen, her fingers touching the colorful brain images. All her life, she had been told she was broken, less than a real Vexillian. But now, as a deadly sickness spread through her people's minds, her different brain might be the very thing that could save them. "Could it be?" Yun whispered. "All this time they called me defective. But what if my brain is exactly what they need now?" Mina nodded. "The sickness can't attack your brain because you don't have the connections it targets. And maybe, just maybe, we can use your brain patterns to help protect others." For the first time since returning home, Yun felt a spark of hope. The princess no one wanted might become the one person who could save everyone. "We need to tell the head doctors," Yun said, standing up straight. "They won't listen easily," Mina warned. "They've already decided who you are." "Then we'll make them listen," Yun said with new confidence. "Because if we're right, there's no time to waste." The big hall where the Emperor met people was very long. Its crystal walls made pretty, light patterns. At the far end, Emperor Jin sat on a floating chair. He was Yun's father, but his old silver face showed no love as she bowed to him. "Father," Yun said softly. The Emperor barely looked at her. He stared at Mina instead. "We let your human friend come as a favor to Earth. She does not belong in these talks." "Dr. Kim is a brain expert," Yun said, standing straight. "She helped me find a way to fix the network problem." The Vexillians in the room did that thing where they talked in their minds. The Emperor's face got hard. "The royal doctors are handling it," he said coldly. "We don't need your help." "Don't need help?" Yoon's voice got louder. Reports say the sickness has hit 30% of our people. Your doctors haven't found even a small fix. You can't understand how hard this is, one advisor began. I understand very well, Yoon cut in. I've studied the network all my life, trying to learn what I couldn't feel. Being outside gives me a view you don't have. The Emperor stood up. He was very tall and scary. Enough, you can give your work to the council to look at. This talk is over, go back to your rooms. As they left, Mina was very angry. How can he push you aside like that? His own daughter might have the answer to save everyone. He never saw me as his real daughter, Yoon said sadly. Just a mistake in our family line. Back in their lab rooms, they kept working even though no one wanted their help. Yoon's special brain truly could fight off the sickness. Better yet, they found that parts of her brain could be copied to make a shield for normal Vexillian brains. It won't fix people who are already sick, Mina told a young Vexillian scientist named Tae, who was sent to watch them. But it can stop more people from getting sick and give the sick ones time to get better on their own. Tae was the only Vexillian who seemed to care about their work. The council hasn't thought of this way, he said. They just want to kill the sickness, not change to live with it. Sometimes you need to change to survive, Yoon said quietly. 3 days later, everything went bad. The sickness reached the main city. Alarms rang everywhere. The perfect Vexillian society began to fall apart. Without their mind link working right, they couldn't do simple jobs anymore. Yoon and Mina ran to the main medical building with their finished work. The doctors there were running around in fear. The chief doctor, a female with dull silver skin, barely looked at their data. The Emperor has ordered everyone to stay home, she told them. We can't try new treatments without lots of testing, and we have no time for that. People are hurting now, Mina argued. Our treatment works, we've shown it in tests. Tests are not real life, the doctor said with a wave of her hand, and we can't save our people based on the strange brain of a broken princess. Hyun felt hurt by these words but stood strong. My strange brain is the only one that can fight this sickness. Your hate of what's different is making you blind. We've decided, the doctor said firmly and walked away. Later, Tae found them, in their lab. The council is wrong, he said right away. I looked at your work. The treatment could save us, but they won't even try it. We need to go around them, Mina said, walking back and forth. Talk straight to the people. We can't, Tae replied. All message systems are run by... He stopped suddenly, his eyes getting big. Unless what? Yoon asked. Unless we use the emergency broadcast system. It still works, even when... The network is broken. Mina turned to Yoon with fire in her eyes. We need to show them what we can do, not just tell them. And I know how. Yoon looked at her friend, suddenly worried. What are you thinking, Mina? Something big, Mina said. Something that will make even your father listen. Tae looked at both of them. Whatever you're planning, we need to do it fast. The city is falling apart. People can't talk to each other. They're scared. Yoon knew Mina was right. No one would listen to words anymore. They needed something that would shock the whole empire into seeing the truth. The princess they had thrown away might be their only hope now. Tell me your plan, Yoon said to Mina. No matter how crazy it is, I'm ready. Their plan was very risky. Mina would take a special medicine to make her human brain connect a little bit with the Vexillian mind network. No one had ever tried this before. It's too dangerous, Yoon said as they got the shot ready. Your human brain is not made for this. You could get hurt forever. If it works, Mina said, we show 2 things. That the treatment is safe for even non-Vexillians, and that different kinds of brains can connect. She held Yoon's hand. This is about more than stopping the sickness. It could change how your people see differences. With Tae's help, they got into the emergency message center. The Emperor was speaking to what was left of the working network. He was saying things would be fine, but reports showed the city was falling apart. Mina stepped up. She had already taken the shot. Her skin felt like it had tiny lightning all over it. Her senses became sharper, but it hurt. People of Vexillia, she said into the message system. Her voice was steady, even though strange feelings ran through her body. I am Dr. Mina Kim from Earth. I stand here with Princess Yoon. Her special brain has shown us how to protect your minds from this sickness. She felt a strange pressure growing behind her eyes, as the medicine started making new paths in her brain. For too long, you have seen different as broken. But today, being different brings salvation. Mina nodded to Yoon, who sent out their medicine, formula to everyone. What you're getting now is a protective treatment made from Princess Yoon's brain patterns. It won't fix those already sick right away, but it will stop more people from getting sick and help the sick ones heal naturally. The pressure in Mina's head got worse. Bright lights flashed in her eyes. She almost fell, but Yoon caught her arm. "To prove it's safe," she said, her voice strained, "I took a version made for humans. I can feel the edge of your network now. Not like you do, but enough to know that different minds can connect, even across species." What happened next was seen differently by everyone who was there. Some say a new presence suddenly appeared in the broken network, faint but definitely there. Others thought Princess Yoon somehow joined the mind link for the first time. The truth was somewhere in between. Mina's changed human mind, carrying parts of Yoon's brain patterns, made a bridge between worlds. For one amazing moment, human thinking touched the Vexillian group mind, and both were changed forever. Mina fell down. After that, the connection was too much for her human brain. She woke up 3 days later in the royal hospital. Yoon was sitting by her bed. "It worked," Yoon said simply, her eyes shiny with tears she didn't let fall. "They're using our treatment across the whole empire. The network is getting better. And you?" Mina asked, her voice rough. Yoon smiled a big, real smile. "The emperor gave me back my royal title, but more important, he started a new diplomatic project to build links with species that don't have telepathy." She took Mina's hand. "He wants us to lead it together." In the months that followed, Vexillian society changed in big ways. Having the network break for a while made many Vexillians value thinking on their own. Young Vexillians started trying times without the network, building their own thinking skills. Those born with different telepathy abilities, once looked down on, were now asked for their special views. When the first official human Vexillian alliance was signed, Emperor Jin said something no one expected. "Our greatest strength has always been our connection to each other. Today we see that connection comes in many forms, and having different ways of thinking makes us stronger than all thinking the same way." Princess Yoon stood proudly beside her father in public for the first time. Across the big room, she met Mina's eyes. They didn't need telepathy to share the same thought. Sometimes the greatest gifts are hidden in what others see as flaws, and simply standing by someone who is different can change whole worlds. The princess no one wanted had become the one who saved everyone, and the human who chose to stand by her had helped change an empire forever.